And welcome to Final Fantasy V, the one which remained untranslated for quite a long time. It was translated at the late 90s after Final Fantasy 7 and 8, and if I remember also 9 had already come out as part of Final Fantasy Anthology translation to PlayStation 1, which I actually do have in original packages. And it's a fine game. But Final Fantasy V, I don't know why Squaresoft didn't translate it after Final Fantasy 4 was translated. It was only after Final Fantasy 6 that they started to translate them all, and Final Fantasy 7, which was released worldwide to a worldwide acclaim, and then they have re-released and all that. But Final Fantasy V, of course, at this phase of the franchise, despite being much younger in years than it is now, had already established lots of core concepts and ideas to it. It had airships, it had crystals, it had team-based combat, monsters. Final Fantasy IV had been a big success. So, of course, they would be making a new one. Which, well, it does a lot of things differently, just like every other previous Final Fantasy and following Final Fantasy game has done. They all have done some things differently, despite there being lots of connecting things. So, but let's just start. Final Fantasy V. And I'm playing this on PlayStation 5. I think I have to change the graphical style to be less pixelated. Yeah, I do have to make it a little look bit softer, because this game was designed to be played on CRT televisions of the 90s. Not these modern high definition sharp televisions which make things pixelated. It looks quite ugly in this pixelated form. That's actually quite nice use of then novel mode 7 trickery. And there was lots of ominous things happening. And yeah, it gives the basic ideas that yeah, this is how you're gonna play the game. Because of the it's being pixel remastered, it has the boosting ability, giving you a chance to actually make it much faster. And just as I said, we don't even know the main character's name yet. But we are stuck in some sort of... We can ride around with Chocobo. So, but we have already introduced some characters and events which will be happen. So, let's just see. Tycoon Meteorite. He might be the hero of the story, or at least protagonist of the story. Final Fantasy games, at least at this phase, didn't do much of trickery about characters being different. Or to say, having decoy characters that you could play as. But a couple of goblin enemies, nothing really intimidating. They die. As a battle tutorial. And now we can name the character, but I'll be sticking with the default name of Bart's. Bart's Klauser, if I remember right, the surname was. And he's a happy-go-lucky wanderer, not much of a, you could say, worry about big terms. A big rock. And there's an ability to walk through the forest areas and all that, but something happened. He actually appeared in the intro. And I think going something. And he got a hit to the head amnesia. Oh yeah. And he knows his name. Yeah, and the old guy is very much into take it to the action and start going. And this would be quite rare case of hero saying that, you know, big adventure is calling, I think I'm gonna not do that, even though he would be character personally would very much think that, yeah, I think I'm gonna go for that. Of course, the game itself will be very much making sure that, oh, yep, you're gonna do exactly how the game is programmed for you to do. So don't even think about not going where the game wants you to go. And there's the big yellow chocobo bird. I think it was the first time it actually was given any kind of characterization beyond being a gameplay function of avoiding enemy encounters. But there was the boss's rest. So let's just go. Oh, damn, it doesn't wanna go. Damn, and an earthquake with enemies ambushing, so time to fight them as well. They are quite scrawny. Yeah, and there was a mention about freelancer. Yep, jump, jump. More goblins chasing. Fighting using the auto fight because these are just so easy battles to encounter. And those two were beaten either by earthquake or the monsters. So looks like I had to be a rescuer. Or bots had to be a rescuer. Galuf is kind of fun. He's funny. He's got that kind of. He's maybe something like a not necessarily a dirty old man, but he's got a observational skills that you're a young man. You like having a young woman around you, especially when she is pretty. And an old guy can. He's obviously old enough to not to care about things. Diplomacy is most likely very secondary in his skill set. But yay, now I got a happy bird. And there's a cave I have to get into. So, time to get into the cave. Yep, it's very suspicious thing. Aww. So, it's a simple cave called Cave. Not even the cave, just Cave. But it does have this nice underground ethereal music and some enemies. Yellowfish doesn't even have a weapon. While Lena has a knife, so well, just fist punches took care of that little critter. Aww. Yay, that's really handy. And there's a text above character's name freelancer, which is a indication of what's their class, and this time the class is they have no character class at this phase. They are all basically classless, or well, at the very because this game, it might be a spoiler to say, but reintroduced the job mechanics of the Final Fantasy III, which is to say those jobs that you can change on the fly. And that guy looks like a pirate. Arr! Avast ye mateys, and give me a bottle of rum. Or something like that. That's actually from a film. I don't know. I don't know how real pirates spoke, but most likely not like that. Or at least not all the time. Yep, all the enemies in this phase are still quite scrawny and easily beaten. And for some reason Final Fantasy games are often at least these early ones are often considered difficult. But even when I have played these games without any kind of pixel remaster easy modes, and I still haven't found them horrifyingly difficult. But that's a mystery. A sailing ship which sails without wind. I guess it means we have to go and try to steal the ship. But yeah, let's face it, it's just a very basic tutorial part to get familiar with the story, get familiar with the gameplay mechanics. And the graphics were updated from from Final Fantasy IV, at least in something like a setting. Basic combat animation styles were not much of. Oh yeah, I don't. Well, Galuf is most likely a person who is in a job that you don't get old in job he does by not being good at it. Well, yep, really good, well motivated crew. Let's just get inside. It's locked. Oh. Well, that was like a carjacking. Except it was boat jacking. I guess we weren't that good. Because that pirate captain and pirates seem to appear. Yeah, and it's Faris. Oh, and now we know we have a princess in our group. I guess they were so numerous that there would be no fight. Or maybe fight would break the place. And there was even a mention of some specific pendant. Yep, I would say that Final Fantasy V would still have. Better say, it has much more lighter tone in comparison to the Final Fantasy IV. For example, this dialogue, which is just happening, is very much filled with snark and bickering, and even though you could say that Final Fantasy IV did not have bigger dialogues, neither did Final Fantasy VI, but it had it had much less. Oh, that would be a big foreshadowing, big plot element. Although it would not be that big plot element, but it would be a quite big plot element. That of course that water splashing animation was different from it was before. So, and Captain's got a monster pulling the ship. And now I actually can control the ship for a while. Yeah, that was the goal. So now I can't control the ship anymore. It goes where it is programmed to go. And giving a little bit of glimpse of the world map, what's going on around here, place. But now I arrived to the ring shrine. And Captain Faris decided to come along. So what's going on in this place? Oh, monsters and shrine. Oh, that's bad. Oh, there's a healing spring. And there's some sort of crystal amplification machine in Wind Shrine. So this far there has been already made clear that there are basic Final Fantasy elements of elemental crystals, and of course, which is of course, well, it ain't bad, it ain't so great either. Oh, look at that thing dropped an elixir. And it's a saving spot, which I of course make use of. And of course I can also look at the map to see that there's another gift shrine out there, and enemy encounters are in this phase they are that quickly resolved, especially using the auto fight, that there's no reason to start cutting them, especially with the PlayStation 5. Yes, I'm playing this on PlayStation 5 console, about 30 years older in concept than this game. But any case, the case is still that I wanna play more with my PlayStation 5. But generally, this place is very much of a tutorial location that face simple enemies, simple monsters, quite simple plot, and that's very obvious boss monster. And of course, the enemies are still their basic style of immobile sprites, which maybe flash when they attack, and then there's separate attack animation or something, attacking animation or show. But everybody's got some kind of weapon now. So it is time to go and pick a fight with this bird thing. Oh, oh, oh. Scary bird. It would be the first boss monster of the game. Wing Raptor. Yeah. It has area of effect. It has area of effect attack. I seem to be able to repeat it all the time. And it also is able to wrap itself into this kind of little shell to keep it safe. So I'm just gonna wait for it to come out from it. Then once it comes out, it's a full scale attack again. But that's quite... and it goes down. I didn't really... and I'm quite certain that it might have done some sort of nasty counter attack if it would have been attacked while it was shielding itself. And it gave me nothing. But I defeated it. And there's a hidden chest around somewhere around there. But I don't think there's any much of special reason to start hunting for it. At least in this phase, but let's just take it. Yep, it's a little bit of a tutorial stage stuff to show that, yep, there are hidden items and paths. But there's a crystal, but it has been broken. As it was shown, now we found it. There's another crystal, obviously a crystal of fire. Oops, something's happening. That must be the crystal of water. And that will be the crystal of the earth. But they all look nicely. They have this kind of green bed that they... bed of plants that they live in. And it looks like... walking inside this room at this moment means that now you just became pawns of big fate and bad things. Pawns of fate meaning you're gonna get a lot of awesome abilities and you're gonna and it's gonna be completely sucky job. Hell, they even now got the same title, third time in the history of the franchise, which is quite a lot when they had this was fifth game, Warriors of Light. And evil essence waking up, wish to return things to darkness. Warriors of Light with crystals, harkens back to Final Fantasy 1 and Final Fantasy 3. Yep, it's got the class system. I can change the character classes to be whatever they should be. And system how it works is quite interesting actually. I think it might be actually explained it elsewhere, but use of these classes you get from these crystals is very much core concept of the whole game. Oh, and the bird comes to explain stuff. Actually, no, because I already know how it works. I've played through this game a few times already. Oh, but let's just walk inside to this place. Talk with that guy. and recover myself to the full power. And with this, it's time to actually end this episode right here. And well, what follows are what follows. See ya whenever that happens. See ya. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and all that.